Welcome to the channel, I'm Tom, this is my table, and this is the Intel Arc A770 that I've been using for about a month now on and off, and I've noticed that 1440p resolution is generally better than 1080p resolution, which is strange, I know, Arc things, right? This strange performance increase at a higher resolution got me thinking, what about 4K? So, for $349, is this the 4K budget king? Let's find out. In our first game today in Warzone 2.0 with a basic preset and no XESS upscaling, we saw an average of 70 FPS with 1% lows of 30 and 0.1% lows of 19 FPS. Overall, gameplay felt quite smooth, and I feel 1% and 0.1% lows were when initially jumping out of the plane, as I didn't really notice any stuttering in-game. A really good start though for the A770, so let's move on. Overwatch 2 then, at the high preset, we managed to hit an average of 203 FPS with a 1% low of 90 and 0.1% lows of 39. This title is perhaps a little out of place here, as currently there is only one monitor capable of hitting 240Hz, made by Samsung. However, locking the frame rate at 144 or 120Hz would give you a very smooth experience. In F1 2022, on the high preset with ray tracing off, we had an average of 67 FPS with a 1% low of 29 and 0.1% lows of 24 FPS. So for those of you who enjoy a little bit of racing with good looks and a frame rate above 60 FPS in 4K, the A770 has you covered. With the sequel just around the corner, some of you might want to replay or experience Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for the first time. With the high preset, we got a respectable 55 FPS average, with the 1% lows of 15 FPS and 0.1% lows of 4 FPS. Our first game then to get an average of below 60 FPS, however turning settings down to medium might just edge you into the 60s. Also note though, frame dips were much more noticeable in this title, however it was still a pretty good experience. Moving on to Cyberpunk 2077 on the high preset with FSR 2.1 set to quality, we saw an average FPS of 38 with 1% lows of 29 and a 0.1% low of 26 FPS. The A770 couldn't quite hit 30 FPS without some upscaling, but it's still a decent effort in a demanding game, and then also gameplay generally felt quite smooth. In our last game today then, we have the Witcher 3 Next Gen update with ray tracing on the Ultra preset, a good average of 81 FPS with 1% lows at 49 and 0.1% lows of 5 FPS. Dips were noticeable though in this title, but smoothed out the longer it was played. Overall then, I'm super impressed with the A770's 4K performance, and especially when considering it's $349, I think it punches above its weight at that resolution. But let me know what you think about its performance, and if you want to see what a 4K action camera under $25 can do, then here's your next video. Bye!